Hey guys, this is Dr. Jeff Ullery. I have a patient whose name is Landon. He's 9 years old when he wrote this book. He wrote a book for us. He's on the spectrum for autism, and one of the things that is very beneficial to people on the spectrum is changing their diet, modifying their diet, removing dairy or gluten or some other products that may or may not be causing inflammation in their gut. And oftentimes it will really help them reduce their overall symptoms. So I told Landon that it would be beneficial to him, and so he went home one day and wrote a book that I want to share with you guys. It's pretty funny, and he likes to tease me, so I'm going to go through and we're going to have some story time. Whole Body Health by Landon. Day 1. The gluten came to the Whole Body Health. Then the woman from the office saw the gluten, and the gluten says, "Where's Dr. Ullery?" Then Dr. Ullery came and had a meeting with the gluten, and the gluten said, "Gluten is good." And Dr. Ullery said, "No, gluten is bad." Then Dr. Ullery tried to test out the gluten, and he told the gluten it had to be gluten-free. And the gluten said, "No way." So the gluten called the full gluten army, and the gluten army all decided that they hated Dr. Ullery. Then the gluten kicked Dr. Ullery and all of his team out of the Whole Body Health. And while the team is leaving, the gluten is yelling goodbye. So they made a new sign for the business called Whole Body Gluten. And when the person came to see the gluten as the practitioner, and the gluten said that gluten is good, he told everybody it's fine to have gluten. And the gluten met the mayor of Texas. "Nice to meet you," said the mayor. "Thank you," said the gluten. And the gluten said that gluten is good, and the mayor said, "Okay." Then, 73 years later, the gluten was very, very old. And then 2 years later, the gluten died. He was the first gluten to be old. And a lot of people had a very red face, rashes on their face from eating the gluten. Because many people eat gluten, and gluten is bad. And that's what happens to you. One of the things that happens to you when you eat gluten. The end.